Hello, Scorpio. Today we're talking about the time between May 4th and the 10th. We've had a lot of crazy energy going on in the world with the lunar and a solar event with Beltane and a full moon falling on the same day. And it's finally starting to feel a little bit more stabilizing. You may have noticed some transformations within your own life and some new growth too with that flower moon and Beltane at the same time. Some emotional clarity may have come forward, and now you might even be sitting on the crossroads thinking, what now? What kind of place or energy do I have now? Where do I need to go, and how do I move forward? There's some grounding that comes about after all of that intensity of energy from the last few events that we've had, and it releases urgency. So you may not be feeling quite as, "Oh, I've got to hurry, hurry, hurry and get this done." Just keep in mind that after transformation comes integration. So the things that you noticed about yourself that inspired new growth, now it's time to integrate them into your life. All right, let's start out with doing a couple of oracle cards. We're going to take a look and see which direction this reading may be heading. And Badger, the Badger is bold and tenacious. Stand your ground, defend your beliefs, and don't be afraid to dig deep for what you need. Boundaries are especially important in business and in life and all the things. We have to have those boundaries to be able to fully embrace who we are. If we don't have those boundaries, we tend to be pushed into directions that are not healthy for us, and we tend to lose ourselves when we are so busy pleasing others. Having boundaries is very healthy. Clear vision. This is the eagle. Distance clarifies direction. Perspective guides decisive action. So maybe this would be a hangman moment where you might want to pull back and take a look at everything from every single angle. All right, so the eagle and the badger. And on the badger, the word at the top of that one is courageous. So this is not going to be a time that's going to be easy, I have a feeling. I have a feeling there will be challenges to this, but you have got the skills. You've made it this far, right? You can do hard things. All right, current energy right now, whoops, is King of Pentacles. That's not a bad current energy. These are characteristics that you may have around you that are of authority, of leadership, being a visionary, um, successful, a good provider. You are wealthy, accomplished, and grounded in reality. So it's a brilliant place to be, this grounded in reality. Also, too, keep in mind that this is a general reading. It's not for just one person. It is for the collective. But if anything connects with you, please hold on to it. It is yours. So for the future, we've got the Queen of Swords. Brutally honest, that's for sure. Is about how she is. That could be good for creating those boundaries that you need. Boy, look at all these kings and queens. King of Wands in your past position. Four of Wands, celebrating what you've built in your future position. And the last one for the past position is the Eight of Cups. It's walking away from something that no longer serves your highest good. All right, let's take a second and talk about all of these fabulous little people we've got going on here. All right. For your current energy with the King of Pentacles, this is someone who has built what they have. They are leaders. They are very good at what they're doing. You are accomplished and wealthy in the sense of your needs are met. You may have extended wealth, or you just may be able to provide very well for your family. So it's a comfortable place to be, and it's a successful place to be. But the best part is being grounded in reality and know what's real and what is not. Back to the past, we'll start here. As you walked through the past, there were some things in your life that no longer served you well, and you have made the decision to walk away and leave those behind. This could be love, this could be friendship, this could be a job that doesn't serve you well. It could even be family members. Anything that is not something that lifts you up, you have made the choice to walk away from. The next one in your past is the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a leader. He's charismatic and he inspires others and he's very passionate. So you were very firm in your belief system and how you felt, and stepped forward and walked away from those things that were no longer pleasing you or making you feel happy or uplifted. In the future, we've got the Queen of Swords. She is very detached, but she's logical and she's fair. So being logical and fair, it's a good place. These four cards, the Eight of Cups, King of Wands, King of Pentacles, and Queen of Swords, are great for setting up your boundaries. These are all characteristics that you have right now that will allow you to set the boundaries that you need to. She can be sharp, but she's loyal and she has reason behind what she's thinking. She's also very fair. So you're not going to set these boundaries and then be ridiculous boundaries. They will be fair boundaries. And in the future, you will be celebrating all of the things that you have built. This is a happy home, a happy life. Sometimes it's like an engagement card. If anybody is close to becoming engaged, that could be happening too. Halfway to marriage, some people say. All right, let's take a look and read the next row, get some clarification. 10 of Pentacles, you are doing well. All of your earthly needs are being met at this point. Not bad considering the economic climate of the world, but it's good that you're having that success. Brilliant, in fact. It's not something done without hard work and planning, to be sure. All right. So you've managed to do very well for yourself, and you're taking care of all of the needs of the family. Very comfortable. Very, very comfortable. But there's also been some fatigue from this. It's been a time of healing, a time of slowing down and taking some time to rest from the hard labor. You have worked hard for all that you have, and rest isn't a bad thing. Maybe this is where you need to set the boundary that we were talking about before, is stopping and saying, look, I need to just step back for a second. I'm overloaded with files on my desk. They're getting taller and taller. And now maybe it's time for me to just step back for just a second. The moon is also a card that has a boundary in it. Take a look at the lobster there. He's got that hard shell. So he's got a boundary of his own. It could be a sign of having a wall between you and people and others. It's also heading towards the sun and looking for clarity. But right now, things are kind of unstable. Unstable in the way of being a mystery. Things are hidden from you. You don't quite know exactly what's going to be coming up. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. Something is deceiving you. There is some deception somewhere along this road. It can be backstabbing, it can be lying, it can be cheating, it could be stealing. But it's taken something from others, or something has been taken from you, and coming to terms with that and figuring out who, what, where might be where you are drawing the line. All right, next row for clarity. Seven of Cups. So many options. Where do I begin? What do I choose? Oh, I'm overwhelmed. It's a feeling of having so much that you don't know which to choose. Do I want the chocolate cake or the lemon pie, or do I want the brownie? They're all delicious and wonderful, but where do I go from here? Sometimes we get that analysis paralysis when we're faced with too many options, and the feeling of being really overwhelmed. And that's going over the Four of Swords, which was that card of rest. So I can see the connection there to being tired and just being decision fatigue setting in and not knowing exactly which direction you want to press forward into. Five of Cups, something has been lost. That is also going to go on that Four of Swords where you are tired. You've been grieving something that is missing from your life, a missed opportunity, something has happened that you feel like you're missing out. You're grieving for it, but you're also not paying attention to what's going on around you. You're focusing, hyper focusing even on what is lost, but not seeing what there is still left. That's maybe just for some of you. Not everyone has lost something, but be sure to pay attention to those around us, because sometimes we fall so deep in our grief that we lose sight of those around us who love us. The next one is going to be the Page of Pentacles. Look at this poor guy. He doesn't look poor at all. He's like an apprentice, and he's motivated to grow. Look at the fields he's got back there behind him. He is very motivated to learn, and he's curious about the world, and he's studious. So it may be a time of stepping outside a comfort zone again, and looking into learning something new, or even seeing something from a different angle. A different point of view sometimes can even open our eyes and our hearts in a different way. Two of Swords, looking the other, like I said, you're looking for something, being curious, not knowing exactly which way to go. And I said the words earlier, decision paralysis, but this is the true form of decision paralysis. This is the Two of Swords. Eyes are covered, two swords. Which way do I go? Don't know which way to go. It's stepping away from the decision you need to make. Ignorance is bliss kind of a thing. If I don't know it, it won't happen. If I ignore it, it will go away. And that's not always the case. So it may be time to take a look at the things that you've been ignoring, and maybe bring some closure to them. Nine of Pentacles, a card of having abundance. We've got everything that you need. Life is abundant. And Nine of Wands, but again, you are incredibly, incredibly tired. It's been a battle for you. It has been a battle. And hopefully the next week or so, that fatigue that you're feeling, and that tiredness and that battle-worn feeling will start to ease up for you. Let's take a second here and look at this Arcana Folia deck. This is an oracle deck, and we are going to see what your spirit guides would like to tell you, if there's any messages from your guides. And that is change course. There's a detour. Change course. Change course. Distance clarifies direction. Perspective guides decisive action. So maybe it's time to change course and put things off to the side for a little while and see what comes of it. And again, with the Badger, and being courageous, being bold and tenacious, and standing your ground, your beliefs, and don't be afraid to dig deep for what you need. That's a great one for this Queen of Swords. Honest, she'll tell you how it is. And there we go. There you go, Scorpio. This is your reading from May 4th through the 10th. I am grateful that you were here for me today. I would love it and appreciate it very much if you would hit the like and subscribe button to put the video out further to more people like you and I, and to help my channel grow. Thanks for being here, and I will be back again next week.